It is a sad day for a lot of people. A lot of people who played Evercore Heroes, including myself. Welcome back to the channel where I will now post an unedited video. Instead, I'm gonna make sure that I record this right on the very first try. Welcome. So, if you weren't aware, this game has been out for a while. It's called Evercore Heroes. It's a PvE competitive MOBA kind of game. Um, and it's a game that I really enjoyed playing, but over the time started playing less and less and less. And I think I don't speak for myself here. I can't really put my finger on why I stopped playing it at some point. It might have something to do with the fact that it gets repetitive over time, and that the player base was already slowly dying out. So queues were getting longer and longer and longer. And Evercore Heroes has just released some patch notes on what's going to happen with the game now. It's going to be released in a different state now. It's not going to be in closed beta anymore, because they really just need the support, which is also why I'm posting this on my channel. I really hope you have a place in your heart to try out Evercore Heroes. It's for free for everyone now. Alright, in just a moment I will take you through the patch notes and talk about what exactly this means for Evercore Heroes and what I think it's gonna do with the game. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So here we are on the patch notes side on Evercore Heroes. You can just look that up on yourself if you need to. And we're going to read over the patch notes closed beta patch 0.5, meaning that it's now in a different state. There were other patches before, 2 to 3 to 4, I mean, and overall, I haven't been as happy. So this new hero is going to be released. I think he's pretty cool. The game is going in maintenance mode. With the launch of this patch, we are putting Evercore Heroes in maintenance mode. This means there will no longer be any updates for the game during this period. We also made the following changes. While in maintenance mode, this game will be open access for everybody. Simply create an account and play. Founder's Pack will no longer be available for purchase, and everyone coming into the game will get the free Battle Pass only, and the Founder's Battle Pass is only for those who already purchased it in closed beta. So this basically means that now you can get your friends to play it as well. If you have been playing since the closed beta, you are going to be the only one who has that Founder's Pack Battle Pass. It will no longer be able to be purchased now, which yeah, it's sad, but I guess now at least you can play with people who haven't played it before. Okay, well let's read further then. There will be 8 heroes available to all players by default, including our newest hero, Ace EVERSTAR. You can read all about it below, so we'll get into that later. The creator program is still available with the 10% off in-game item purchase going towards creators. Thanks to our friends at Nexus for working with us closely here. I am also part of the creator program, so put in the code. Let me put that in screen actually. Hold up. There. Use code EMBOBBEMBO. That way, use that in the stores. If you buy anything from Evercore Heroes, you'll be able to support me through that. Okay, shameless plug is done. Let's go further into the actual stuff. So where were we? We will keep access to the service available 24/7, but we may have to make changes based on the population at a later time. Okay, so this maintenance mode. Let's talk about that for a second, because it's a hit in the gut. It's kind of like a kick in the butt. It's rough, man. I love what this game is, and I love the concept and the characters and everything about it. And now basically what's going to happen is that the game is going to be in a no update mode, in a completely bare mode, where basically the players make the game now. As great as the devs are, they don't have that much power anymore. They had to downsize their team by a lot, like a whole lot, and it's rough. They already were very small studios, but they were just simply not making money with this game. It's also quite problematic because this game is a live action service competitive game. And a live service action competitive game is usually made by like a big company. This is not what indie companies go for usually, and it's just a big risk as an indie company to do that. Um, However, I think they did great. This does not mean the end, but it's certainly rock bottom. But it can still go upwards from here. If you guys and everyone you know start playing Evercore Heroes, we might be able to support this game a bit better. So now that we have that segment done of the video, let's talk about the exciting stuff. New hero, Ace EVERSTAR. Ace blasts his way into the roster. Ace EVERSTAR, yes, he insists that you use his full name. I'm not gonna do that. Is a V-bow bounty hunter who specializes in hunting down single targets with his signature loom blasters and makes sure to look stylish while doing so. Ace is our first high mobility ranged character who is at best when he is staying on the outskirts of a fight and picking off high priority targets. Seems he owes us all and is offering his services at no cost. He's now available to play for free, which means that if you make an account and you start playing right now, you'll be able to play him for free as well. So you'll have access to 8 characters, which is kind of insane. We were only able to play 4 characters if we access the game for free. So this is a great upgrade. Gameplay. Ace's kit is all about taking out targets marked by his Nemesis trait, which gives him massive boosts to his damage that target. By focusing his Nemesis, he'll deal massive damage and also get plenty of resets on his vault, which acts on his main way of getting in and out of fights. So get ready to play some EVERSTAR heroes. Funny, I see what you did there. So his passive, his trait is a Nemesis, which automatically marks a random target nearby as your Nemesis, and your Nemesis takes 30% bonus damage. Okay. Great. His Q is a headshot fire, a shot towards a target location, dealing high damage to the first enemy you hit. This shot will also be a critical hit. Pretty simple, it's just a projectile you fire off. W. Fall dash. Onto a target and leap to the other side of them, adding a maxed auto attack range while leaping to the end location. Fire 2 shots into the target during vault. Ace also dodges all incoming attacks. That's basically just a jump that makes you invulnerable and lets you deal damage to someone. So it will be a very nice feeling ability, I feel like. If you kill your Nemesis, this ability will have its cooldown reset. Oh wow. So you use this W as a means to finish off targets. That's insane. E. Wanted Fire. Wanted Fire is shot which deals damage, applies a slow, and marks his target as your Nemesis. So you can also choose your own Nemesis, which, yeah, that's nice, thank you. And then his ultimate. Showdown activate to fire a row of 10 bullets that hang in the air after a short delay. The bullets fly towards your Nemesis or the nearest target if there is no Nemesis at the time of this casting. If the initial target dies early, each shot will require a random target in range. This reminds me basically of a Lucian ult, but I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to play to find out. This is his spotlight, we're not gonna watch that now. This is his skin. I think the skin, I mean, take it in for a moment. I like it. I like it. Like the old steampunk vibe to it. It's pretty funny. It's kind of like Hextech from League of Legends, you know. I like this. This is a good skin. Okay, let's go on. This is emote. This is his Maggie graph, which is also sort of emote if you don't know. Free hero rotation. As part of maintenance, we've added the following 4 heroes as permanent free rotation heroes. Ace, obviously, Max, Aurea, and Raimi. Max is a great tank to play. Aurea is really hard to play, but she's fun, and Raimi is really cool. So I'm glad that these guys are in rotation now. Free shard rotation. Oh, free shard? I don't know about this yet. I'll do some research on that. Quality of life changes. 3-player queues. You can now queue up with any number of friends in your party. This is good. In the beginning of Evercore Heroes, you were not able to play with 3 people. It was either 2 people, 1 person, or 4 people, which is just a rampage. You would be with 3 people and you would be looking for a 4th, not finding anyone, and just sitting there in the lobby doing absolutely nothing. Now they've also added recently like a tutorial mode where you can just hang around and have fun while you wait for your friends to hop online. But this was simply not enough, right? So the fact that they've added something now, like that you can queue with anyone, is amazing. This makes the game a lot more accessible, and I hope it will be more accessible to more people now. Alright, let's move on. Status effect. You can now see the duration of status effects on enemies. Okay, good to know. You can now see how many stacks a status effect has on both enemies as yourself. Yeah, so basically any status effect that comes with an ability. You can now finally see how long it lasts. Like, for example, Lotus her seed, which is quite important. So I'm pretty happy with that. Winter's Force Weaver skill test rework. We've reworked the first skill test for Winter Frost Weaver. She will become invincible and submerge to her fists and fly back and forth across the area. The first team to destroy her fist will summon a torrent of bad weather in the form of lightning to her opponent for 30 seconds. Huh. Okay. Then they remove the minions. Alright. I guess I'll have to find out if that's better. I think it is, because the minions, as they said here, there were multiple issues with the first skill test where killing minions caused the boss to no longer show up. Yeah, that was a pretty big issue. Now here's some bug fixes. And I don't see any Cyrus bug fixes. But this might fix the bug for Cyrus as well. Fix the auto attack bug where heroes would occasionally cause the animation to jitter and were unable to attack until the hero moved first. We fixed several potential issues where players would be stuck in an infinite loading screen. Jungle elite enemies should no longer instantly die when charging, which was a Backo mechanic, not bug. Mouse cursor will no longer be invisible after opening and closing the settings menu. We disabled the spacebar interaction in the shop, no more accidental buying and selling. Fixed the bug where the Search Storm buff would heal the statues of the Golem Titan. Oh, I have not experienced that before, so I don't know. When disengaging the shielded tower Loom Rush, it will no longer magically disappear. I haven't experienced that either. Fixed some on-hit effects on Winter's Frostweaver. Cinder now correctly regains mana and attack spores are now correctly spawned if equipped. Fixed the case where golems would spawn and immediately damage heroes. Nice. Oh yes. So what they would do, these golems would spawn in and they have a one-shot ability, right? They would like stomp in an area. Sometimes they would spawn in and already be halfway through the animation, so you couldn't do anything about it. You couldn't react to it, and you would just die. Jesus, someone is having a good time. Practice mode options that were working but visually grayed out are now correctly shown as active buttons, and home featured screen is now scales for smaller resolutions. Nice. The game has overall become more accessible here. Here's the hero fixes. Raimi's revive is fixed. Fixed the walking animation for Sidian's Evercore skin. No, don't fix that. If you've been there on my stream, that was the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. He was just going, basically, the entire game. And it was hilarious. They should not have fixed that. That was a feature, not a bug. Alright, let's just keep reading. Fixed Raimi's losing details after his model after using E-shield, shot, second activation, and fixed Sari's W. Tracer arrows, damage not matching up to the tooltips. These are some known issues. I won't get into this because I want to talk about what this means. Okay, the game's accessibility has gone up, but the quality might have gone stayed the same. Which means that people might not play as much. I don't think the issue of this game not being as replayable as they'd like to, I think that issue still remains. I think after playing for a week, you're still done with it. And that's an issue. But that might change if there's a community to engage with. Finally, we can play with 3 people. So this means a lot of more people will be able to queue up. Solo queue will be a lot easier since you'll be with 3 other people. And granted, for toxicity reasons, it might be not nice to be with a pre-made 3-player group in your queue, but at least at least you can queue, and that's a big difference. We might no longer see 1 hour queues, depending on a number of circumstances. One of those circumstances is that you, yes, you, I'll make sure to put a little link here to the website of Evercore Heroes. If you start playing now, then this might not be an issue. You might be able to save the game. The closed beta was also already made for that, for us players to help the game with feedback and such, but now the updates have stopped, so that will no longer work. The Discord server will still be up and running, and you can still talk about things, but issues will remain for a while, which for an indie company, for an indie game, is not strange to happen. So, what I want you to do is go to that website, go make an account, go play, go try it out for yourself. It's a really fun game. If you've skipped to this timestamp, basically what I've just all read just means that the game has gotten more accessible, but it's sacrificed updates and quality for it. So, it might be fine. I haven't played yet. I might still play tonight, but I am not sure. Anyway, make sure that you make an account and you start playing. Make sure you subscribe if you like the video, like these videos. If you like this video in particular, only this one, not the rest, then you may like this video. Otherwise, don't even do it. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you some other time, maybe. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me these 17 minutes.